We are thrilled to announce that Celestial Chronicles has reached 10,000 subscribers. Your support and engagement have been incredible, and we couldn't have done it without you. To celebrate this milestone, we are hosting a special giveaway. We will be giving away a copy of the Book of Enoch to one lucky subscriber. To enter the giveaway, simply subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave a comment sharing what fascinates you most about the Book of Enoch. Thank you once again for being a part of our journey. Your enthusiasm and curiosity inspire us to explore deeper into these ancient mysteries. Stay tuned for more exciting content and giveaways. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. This line from Genesis 5 verse 24 hints at the mysterious figure of Enoch, a man who, according to ancient texts, had an extraordinary journey and revelations. But what if I told you there's an entire book attributed to Enoch, filled with incredible stories that were banned from the Bible? The Book of Enoch, written around 200 BCE, offers profound insights and revelations that were ultimately excluded from the canonical Bible. Its contents are both fascinating and controversial, providing a deeper understanding of biblical events and ancient beliefs. This ancient manuscript delves into topics that challenge conventional religious narratives. It describes Enoch's unique relationship with God, his celestial journeys, and his encounters with divine beings. The book also reveals the fall of the Watchers, angels who defied divine orders and imparted forbidden knowledge to humanity. The revelations within the Book of Enoch provide a rich tapestry of stories that expand upon the brief mentions of Enoch in Genesis. They paint a picture of a world where the divine and mortal realms intersected in dramatic and often troubling ways. Before we dive deep into these mysteries, remember to explore our other shared videos and join the channel for more intriguing content. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. What are your thoughts on the significance of Enoch's relationship with God? Share your ideas in the chat below. Enoch's background. Enoch is one of the most intriguing figures in biblical history, even though he is only briefly mentioned in the Bible. According to Genesis 5 verse 24, Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. This mysterious line suggests that Enoch had a unique and close relationship with the divine, one that set him apart from other figures in biblical texts. But who exactly was Enoch, and why does his story hold such fascination? Enoch is a descendant of Adam, situated in the seventh generation from the first man. This places him in a significant position within the antediluvian period, a time that was full of mystery and ancient wonders. Unlike most of his ancestors, whose lives and deeds are only briefly touched upon, Enoch's story offers a wealth of material that extends far beyond what is found in the canonical Bible. The Book of Enoch, an ancient Jewish text attributed to him, provides a more detailed account of his life and his experiences, giving us a glimpse into his extraordinary journey and his profound connection with God. The Book of Enoch describes him not just as a pious man but as a teacher, a prophet, and a mediator between God and humans. According to the text, Enoch was chosen by God to receive divine knowledge and to act as an intermediary. This divine selection underscores his significance and sets the stage for his incredible experiences, which include journeys to heavenly realms and interactions with celestial beings. Enoch's role as a prophet is one of the most captivating aspects of his story. Prophets in biblical times were individuals who were believed to have a direct line of communication with God. They served as messengers, conveying divine will and guidance to the people. Enoch, however, stands out even among prophets. His prophecies were not only about immediate events but also about distant future occurrences, including the coming of a Messiah and the end of times. These eschatological themes resonate deeply with many religious traditions and have a significant impact on the development of later theological thought. In addition to his prophetic role, Enoch is depicted as a teacher. The Book of Enoch portrays him as someone who imparted divine wisdom and ethical teachings to his contemporaries. This wisdom was not merely practical advice but profound insights into the nature of the universe, the workings of celestial bodies, and the moral laws governing human conduct. His teachings emphasized righteousness, justice, and the importance of living in harmony with divine will. This aspect of Enoch's character highlights the broader role of prophets as educators and moral guides for their communities. Enoch's extraordinary journey is another key element of his story. The Book of Enoch provides detailed descriptions of his travels through various heavenly realms, guided by angels. These journeys are depicted with rich and vivid imagery, describing the splendor and majesty of the heavens. Enoch is shown celestial secrets, the movements of stars and planets, and the workings of the natural world. These experiences further underscore his unique position and the special favor he received from God. One of the most dramatic parts of Enoch's story is his role in the fall of the Watchers. According to the Book of Enoch, the Watchers were a group of angels tasked with watching over humanity. However, these angels defied divine orders and descended to earth, where they mated with human women, producing a race of giants known as the Nephilim. This act of rebellion and the subsequent imparting of forbidden knowledge to humans brought about great corruption and chaos. Enoch was chosen by God to deliver a message of judgment to the Watchers, warning them of the dire consequences of their actions. This episode highlights the themes of divine justice and the consequences of disobedience, which are central to many religious narratives. Enoch's unique relationship with God is perhaps the most significant aspect of his story. The phrase, "walked with God," implies a closeness and intimacy that is rarely seen in biblical texts. It suggests a life lived in harmony with divine will, characterized by righteousness and piety. This relationship culminates in Enoch being taken by God, a fate that sets him apart from other biblical figures who experience death in the usual sense. This act of divine favor suggests that Enoch's faithfulness and devotion were rewarded in a unique and extraordinary way. The legacy of Enoch's story extends far beyond its ancient origins. The themes and narratives found in the Book of Enoch have influenced a wide range of religious and esoteric traditions. Despite its exclusion from the canonical Bible, the text has persisted in various forms, continuing to captivate and inspire readers with its profound insights and vivid imagery. Enoch's story invites us to explore the deeper mysteries of our faith and to reflect on the nature of divine revelation and human understanding. What are your thoughts on the significance of Enoch's relationship with God? Share your ideas in the chat below and let's delve deeper into the mysteries and teachings of this remarkable figure. The Watchers' Fall. The story of the Watchers is one of the most fascinating and controversial parts of the Book of Enoch. It's a tale that intertwines the divine and human worlds, leading to dramatic and catastrophic consequences. To fully understand this story, we need to delve into who the Watchers were, what they did, and why their actions were so significant. The Watchers were a group of angels assigned by God to watch over humanity. These celestial beings were meant to be guardians and protectors, ensuring that humans followed the divine path and lived righteously. However, their role as Watchers took a dramatic turn when they began to interact with humans in ways that were strictly forbidden. The story begins with the Watchers descending to Earth. They were captivated by the beauty of human women and, despite knowing the divine rules, they chose to forsake their heavenly duties. Led by a chief watcher named Semyaza, they made a pact among themselves to take human wives and live on Earth. This decision marked the beginning of their downfall. Their union with human women resulted in the birth of the Nephilim, giants of immense strength and size. These beings were not only physically formidable but also symbolized the blending of divine and human traits, a mix that was never meant to exist. The birth of the Nephilim brought chaos and corruption to Earth. These giants, with their great power, began to dominate and oppress humans. Their actions led to widespread violence and lawlessness, disturbing the natural order and spreading sin across the world. The Watchers, now far removed from their divine purpose, also began to impart forbidden knowledge to humans. They taught them various advanced skills and technologies that were beyond their time. For example, they introduced the art of metalworking, teaching humans how to make weapons and tools. They also shared knowledge of magic, astrology, and other mystical arts. While these skills might seem beneficial, they were used to further corrupt and harm humanity. The consequences of these actions were dire. The world, once governed by divine order, was now plagued by chaos and sin. The Watchers, who were supposed to be protectors, had become instigators of evil. Their actions were a direct defiance of God's will, and this did not go unnoticed. God, seeing the corruption and violence spreading across the earth, decided that severe punishment was necessary. Enoch, who had a unique relationship with God, was chosen to deliver the message of divine judgment to the Watchers. This task was significant, as it underscored Enoch's role as a mediator between the divine and mortal realms. Enoch confronted the Watchers, delivering God's stern warning and the prophecy of their impending doom. The message was clear: the Watchers would be bound and cast into the abyss, their offspring, the Nephilim, would be destroyed, and a great flood would cleanse the earth of its corruption. The Book of Enoch describes these events with vivid imagery, emphasizing the gravity of the Watchers' fall and the subsequent judgment. The Watchers, once glorious and powerful, were now condemned and forsaken. Bound in chains, they were thrown into the depths of the earth, a fate reserved for the most severe transgressors. The Nephilim, despite their great strength, were not spared. They faced annihilation as divine forces sought to restore balance and purity to the world. The Great Flood, which is also a central theme in the biblical story of Noah, serves as the ultimate act of divine judgment and purification. According to the Book of Enoch, this flood was not just a punishment for humanity's sins but specifically a means to eradicate the corruption brought by the Watchers and the Nephilim. It was a divine reset, meant to restore the world to its original state of innocence and order. This tale of the Watchers raises profound questions about the nature of sin, the consequences of defying divine will, and the complex relationship between the divine and human realms. The forbidden knowledge imparted by the Watchers represents the allure of forbidden wisdom and the dangers that come with it. It suggests that some knowledge, while potentially beneficial, can also lead to great harm if it is misused or if it comes from impure motives. The story of the Watchers also highlights the theme of divine justice. It portrays a world where actions have consequences, and divine order must be maintained. The severe punishment of the Watchers and the destruction of the Nephilim serve as a reminder of the importance of adhering to divine laws and the inevitable consequences of defiance. Moreover, this narrative emphasizes the role of mediators like Enoch in conveying divine will and guiding humanity. Enoch's ability to communicate with God and deliver messages of judgment and prophecy underscores his unique position and the significance of his role in the broader biblical context. The Watcher's Fall is a powerful and enduring story that continues to captivate readers with its dramatic and thought-provoking themes. It challenges us to reflect on the nature of knowledge, the consequences of our actions, and the delicate balance between divine and human realms. What do you think about the Watchers' influence on humanity? Do you see them as entirely negative forces, or do you believe their imparted knowledge had some beneficial aspects? Let's discuss your thoughts in the chat below and explore these complex questions together. Judgment and prophecies. God's response to the actions of the Watchers was swift and severe, marking a turning point in the Book of Enoch. This part of the text delves deeply into divine judgment and prophecy, revealing a complex and profound understanding of justice and future events. To fully grasp this chapter, we need to explore the nature of God's judgment, the specific prophecies Enoch received, and their significance for both the ancient world and future generations. The Watchers, who had descended to earth and engaged in forbidden activities, brought chaos and corruption. Their actions defied divine laws, leading to widespread sin and violence among humans. God, witnessing this corruption, decided to take drastic action. Enoch, with his unique relationship with God, was chosen to deliver the message of impending judgment. This selection of Enoch highlights his significant role as a mediator and a prophet. Enoch's journey to deliver God's judgment is described with vivid detail in the Book of Enoch. He approaches the Watchers, who were once mighty and revered angels, now fallen and desperate. The message Enoch brings is one of condemnation and doom. God decrees that the Watchers will be bound and cast into the abyss, a dark and foreboding place from which they can never escape. This punishment reflects the gravity of their transgressions and serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of defying divine will. The offspring of the Watchers, the Nephilim, are also subject to divine judgment. These giants, born from the union of angels and human women, had caused immense suffering and destruction on earth. God's decree includes the annihilation of the Nephilim, ensuring that their corrupt influence is completely eradicated. The destruction of these beings signifies a cleansing of the earth, removing the taint of their existence and restoring divine order. One of the most striking elements of Enoch's prophecies is the prediction of a great flood. This flood, as described in the Book of Enoch, is a divine act of purification. It is meant to wash away the corruption and sin that had spread across the world due to the actions of the Watchers and the Nephilim. The flood is a reset, an opportunity for humanity to start anew in a world cleansed of its previous transgressions. This prophecy aligns with the biblical account of Noah's Ark, providing a deeper context for the flood narrative found in the canonical Bible. In addition to these immediate judgments, Enoch's prophecies extend far into the future, touching upon themes of eschatology and the end times. One of the key elements of these prophecies is the coming of a Messiah, a Savior who will bring redemption and restore righteousness to the world. This messianic prophecy is significant as it echoes themes found in later Jewish and Christian traditions. The Messiah is depicted as a divine figure who will lead humanity back to God, ensuring justice and peace. Enoch's visions also include detailed descriptions of the final judgment, where all souls will be evaluated based on their deeds. The righteous will be rewarded with eternal life and bliss, while the wicked will face eternal punishment. These eschatological themes are crucial as they provide a moral framework for understanding the consequences of human actions. They emphasize the importance of living a righteous life, adhering to divine laws, and maintaining faith in God. The prophecies also touch upon the restoration of divine order and the renewal of the earth. Enoch describes a future where the natural world is restored to its original state of harmony and purity. This vision includes the return of a paradisiacal state, where humanity lives in peace and unity with nature. The restoration of the earth signifies the completion of God's plan, bringing the story full circle from the initial creation to a renewed creation. The Book of Enoch's detailed accounts of divine judgment and prophecy offer profound insights into ancient beliefs and theological concepts. The themes of justice, redemption, and renewal are central to the text, providing a rich tapestry of ideas that resonate with many religious traditions. Enoch's role as a prophet is emphasized through his ability to convey these complex and far-reaching visions, underscoring his importance in the broader biblical narrative. These prophecies and judgments invite readers to reflect on their own lives and actions. They challenge us to consider the consequences of our choices and the importance of living in accordance with divine principles. The story of Enoch and the Watchers serves as a powerful reminder of the delicate balance between divine mercy and justice, highlighting the enduring relevance of these ancient teachings. What do you think about the prophecies of the Book of Enoch? How do they compare to the prophecies in the Bible? Share your insights below, and let's discuss the profound implications of these ancient visions together. Astronomical and dream books. The Book of Enoch is a treasure trove of ancient wisdom, and among its most fascinating sections are the astronomical book and the dream visions. These parts of the text offer detailed descriptions of the cosmos, visions of the future, and allegorical accounts of history. They provide a unique glimpse into how ancient cultures understood the universe and their place within it. Let's dive deeper into these remarkable sections and explore their significance. The astronomical book, also known as the Book of the Heavenly Luminaries, is a detailed account of Enoch's observations of celestial bodies and their movements. This part of the Book of Enoch is particularly intriguing because it combines scientific observations with profound spiritual insights. Enoch describes the paths of the sun, moon, and stars, detailing their cycles and the changes in their appearances throughout the year. He explains how these celestial bodies influence the seasons and the weather, offering a comprehensive understanding of ancient astronomy. In Enoch's time, the study of the heavens was not just a scientific endeavor but a deeply spiritual one. The movements of the stars and planets were seen as reflections of divine order and harmony. By observing the heavens, Enoch was able to gain insights into the workings of the universe and the nature of God's creation. His descriptions of the celestial bodies are rich with symbolism, portraying the sun and moon as great luminaries that govern day and night, while the stars are seen as lesser lights that adorn the night sky. One of the most fascinating aspects of the astronomical book is its detailed calendar system. Enoch describes a solar calendar with 364 days, divided into 4 equal seasons of 91 days each. This calendar was used to mark the passage of time and to determine the dates of religious festivals and observances. Enoch's calendar system reflects a sophisticated understanding of the solar year and the need for accurate timekeeping in ancient societies. Enoch's observations also include the phases of the moon and its relationship with the sun. He describes the waxing and waning of the moon, explaining how its phases change over the course of a month. This detailed account of lunar cycles is not only scientifically accurate but also deeply symbolic. The moon's phases were often associated with the cycles of life and death, renewal and decay, reflecting the ever-changing nature of existence. The dream vision section of the Book of Enoch is equally captivating, offering a series of symbolic dreams that provide allegorical accounts of history and prophecies of the future. These dreams are filled with vivid imagery and metaphors, depicting the struggles and triumphs of the chosen people. Enoch's dream visions serve as a bridge between the past, present, and future, offering insights into the divine plan and the ultimate destiny of humanity. One of the most striking dream visions is the animal apocalypse, a symbolic retelling of the history of Israel using animals to represent different nations and peoples. In this vision, Enoch sees a series of animals, each symbolizing a different group. For example, the sheep represent the Israelites, while other animals such as lions, wolves, and eagles represent various enemies and oppressors. This allegorical account portrays the trials and tribulations faced by the Israelites throughout history, highlighting their resilience and faith in God. The animal apocalypse also includes prophecies of future events, predicting the coming of a great Savior who will lead the people to victory and restore peace and justice. This messianic prophecy echoes themes found in other parts of the Book of Enoch, emphasizing the hope and expectation of divine intervention in times of crisis. The vision portrays a future where righteousness is restored, and the wicked are punished, reflecting the eschatological themes that are central to Enoch's prophecies. Another significant dream vision is the vision of the New Jerusalem. In this vision, Enoch sees a magnificent city descending from the heavens, a symbol of God's eternal kingdom. This vision of the New Jerusalem represents the ultimate fulfillment of God's promises, a place of peace, prosperity, and divine presence. The city is described with great detail, including its walls, gates, and streets, all shining with the glory of God. This vision serves as a powerful reminder of the ultimate destiny of the faithful and the hope of a future where God's kingdom is fully realized on earth. The dream visions also include personal messages to Enoch and his descendants, offering guidance and encouragement in their spiritual journey. These messages emphasize the importance of faith, righteousness, and obedience to God's commandments. They remind Enoch and his followers of their special role in God's plan and the responsibilities that come with their unique position. These personal visions highlight the intimate relationship between Enoch and God, underscoring his role as a chosen messenger and prophet. The astronomical book and the dream visions together provide a comprehensive understanding of the cosmos and human history from a divine perspective. They combine scientific observations with spiritual insights, offering a holistic view of the universe and humanity's place within it. These sections of the Book of Enoch challenge us to see the world through a different lens, one that integrates the physical and the spiritual, the temporal and the eternal. Enoch's detailed descriptions of the celestial bodies and his symbolic dream visions have profound implications for our understanding of ancient wisdom and spiritual knowledge. They remind us of the deep connections between the heavens and the earth, between science and spirituality. They also challenge us to reflect on our own lives and our place in the universe, encouraging us to seek a deeper understanding of the divine plan and our role within it. Have you ever considered how ancient astronomical observations might reflect spiritual beliefs? Let's explore this idea together in the chat. What do you think about the relationship between science and spirituality in the Book of Enoch? Share your thoughts and let's delve deeper into these fascinating topics. The book's legacy and controversy. The Book of Enoch's exclusion from the canonical Bible has long been a subject of debate and intrigue. This ancient text, filled with profound and sometimes controversial revelations, has left an indelible mark on religious thought and continues to captivate readers and scholars alike. To understand its legacy and the reasons behind its controversial status, we need to delve into its historical context, its influence on various religious traditions, and the enduring questions it raises about the nature of divine revelation and religious authority. The Book of Enoch, believed to have been written around 200 BCE, was widely read and respected in certain Jewish communities during the Second Temple period. It was a time of great religious diversity and intellectual ferment, with various groups exploring different interpretations of Scripture and theology. The Book of Enoch, with its vivid descriptions of heavenly journeys, divine judgment, and eschatological prophecies, offered a unique perspective that resonated with many people of that era. However, as Judaism began to solidify its canonical texts, the Book of Enoch was excluded from the Hebrew Bible. The reasons for this exclusion are complex and multifaceted. Some scholars suggest that the book's portrayal of angels and its detailed descriptions of celestial realms were seen as too speculative and divergent from the more established and orthodox texts. Others believe that its eschatological themes and prophecies might have been considered too radical or controversial for inclusion in the sacred canon. Despite its exclusion from the Hebrew Bible, the Book of Enoch did not disappear. It continued to influence Jewish thought and practice, especially within certain sects and mystical traditions. The text was also embraced by early Christian communities, who found in it a wealth of material that complemented their own theological narratives. For example, the themes of divine judgment, the coming of a Messiah, and the ultimate triumph of good over evil resonated deeply with early Christians and were integrated into their eschatological framework. The Book of Enoch's influence on Christianity is evident in several New Testament writings. The Epistle of Jude, for instance, directly quotes the Book of Enoch, indicating that it was considered authoritative by some early Christian writers. Additionally, the themes and imagery found in the Book of Enoch can be seen in the Book of Revelation and other apocalyptic literature of the early Christian era. This intertextuality highlights the profound impact the Book of Enoch had on shaping early Christian eschatology and angelology. The legacy of the Book of Enoch extends beyond Judaism and Christianity. Its themes and narratives have found echoes in various religious and esoteric traditions throughout history. For instance, Gnostic sects, which flourished in the early centuries of the Christian era, drew upon Enochic traditions in their own cosmologies and mythologies. The idea of hidden knowledge and the struggle between light and darkness, central to Gnostic thought, can be traced back to the themes explored in the Book of Enoch. In the medieval period, the Book of Enoch continued to be read and studied, particularly within mystical and alchemical traditions. The text's detailed descriptions of the heavenly realms and the hidden knowledge imparted by the Watchers resonated with those seeking deeper spiritual insights and understanding. Enoch himself was often depicted as a wise sage and a master of hidden wisdom, further cementing his legacy in the annals of mystical thought. The controversy surrounding the Book of Enoch primarily revolves around its exclusion from the canonical Bible and the implications of its teachings. The book challenges established narratives and offers alternative perspectives on key theological concepts, such as the nature of sin, the role of angels, and the end times. These challenges have made the text both a subject of fascination and a point of contention among scholars, theologians, and religious authorities. One of the central questions raised by the Book of Enoch is the nature of divine revelation. What constitutes legitimate divine knowledge, and who has the authority to determine which texts are considered sacred? The exclusion of the Book of Enoch from the biblical canon raises important issues about the processes and criteria used to establish religious orthodoxy. It invites us to reflect on the diversity of early religious thought and the ways in which certain voices and perspectives have been marginalized or suppressed. The Book of Enoch also raises questions about the nature of knowledge and its impact on humanity. The forbidden knowledge imparted by the Watchers, for example, challenges us to consider the ethical implications of acquiring and using advanced knowledge and technologies. This theme is particularly relevant in today's world, where scientific and technological advancements continue to outpace our ethical and moral frameworks. The story of the Watchers serves as a cautionary tale about the potential dangers of unchecked knowledge and the importance of maintaining a balance between wisdom and ethical responsibility. Despite its controversial status, the Book of Enoch has endured through the centuries, continuing to inspire and challenge those who encounter it. Its vivid imagery, profound themes, and compelling narratives offer a rich source of spiritual and intellectual exploration. Whether read as a historical artifact, a piece of religious literature, or a source of mystical wisdom, the Book of Enoch invites us to engage with the deeper questions of existence and the mysteries of the divine. The legacy of the Book of Enoch is a testament to the enduring power of ancient texts and the ways in which they continue to shape and inform our understanding of the world. Its exclusion from the canonical Bible does not diminish its significance, rather, it highlights the dynamic and evolving nature of religious thought and the ongoing quest for truth and understanding. What are your thoughts on the exclusion of the Book of Enoch from the Bible? Do you believe it should be included in the canon? Share your opinions in the comments, and let's delve into this fascinating and complex topic together. The Book of Enoch offers a unique perspective that challenges us to rethink our understanding of ancient wisdom and the nature of divine revelation. Join the discussion and explore the profound implications of this remarkable text.